And in our world business news, Europe's banks are more and more agreeing on a voluntary rollover plan of their Greek debt, meaning they will voluntarily renew those Greek bonds when they fall due. But all assurances are worth nothing if the rating agencies rate a rollover as a credit event. And that could well be the case because Standard & Poor's warned should the rollover plan be implemented, then it would temporarily rate Greece as a, quote, selective default. European politicians and bankers had hoped the rollover plan would not trigger a default, but the rating agencies said a rollover would involve losses to bondholders and that they would most likely earn Greece a selective default rating. Also, experts believe that Europe's banks will only approve a rollover if the rating agencies don't label such a plan as a default. The Greek debt issue is once more tied up in a gridlock. 3 years late, but just as celebrated, Boeing's launch customer All Nippon Airways took delivery of its first 787 Dreamliner on Sunday. ANA, Asia's largest listed airline by sales, has an order for 14 of the Dreamliner planes, which it plans to use mainly on flights to Europe or the Middle East. The order, however, is over 3 years late as Boeing battled with the new carbon composite being used, extensive outsourcing and difficulties in bringing together parts made all over the world. However, Boeing is confident it will be worth the wait. It promised the 787 will save airlines millions of dollars in fuel and maintenance costs because of its lighter carbon fiber construction. A healthy lifestyle is hard to impose on people. Why not try it with a tax, the Hungarian government thought, and invented a so-called chocolate or chips tax. Hungary's government submitted a bill to parliament that would levy a special tax of 5 to 20% on those food products and drinks which contain salt or sugar in excessive quantities. The tax is expected to be approved by Parliament in the coming weeks. The move became necessary, according to lawmakers, as the Hungarian people's health condition is extremely bad compared to the European average. Hungary has an alarmingly high number of people with heart disease and cancer, and also an alarmingly large number of overweight children.
Although we know that tax policy in itself is not enough to stop this very bad tendency, but it is one of the tools to make people aware that this is not the right path to follow. So with this tax, with this new tax, we would like to, first of all, raise attention that healthier food is the path to follow, and we would like to kind of drive people towards the healthier way of living.
Before we go, here's a quick overview of the Asian equity indices as well as the oil and currency markets, and after that we have the day's sports news for you.